It is so wonderful to be with you. As I mentioned at the very beginning of the service, my friend Rosalie passed away last year. And her daughter Janet put together a beautiful webpage of all the wisdom of Rosalie's life. And I wanted to share some of it with you tonight, particularly on this Shabbat. Because as we celebrate our chavuras, for those who don't know what a chavurah is, it's a group of people that come together to celebrate Jewish life with one another. Sometimes it's made up of the same ages or the same ages of the children or the same location. Some gather because they like to hike. Not me. Some people where's Todd? Sherry, there you go, okay. Some people like to get together to drink wine. Some people get together for all sorts of different reasons. We have a wonderful chavurah of women who are connected in the most beautiful ways, about 25 or 30 women who really are there for one another and have become family for one another. Young families, older families, whatever it might be. So we're just thrilled to have all of you here. Rosalie is a person who taught by example, but she also was a prolific writer. And so let's go to the first screen, Dan. She wrote a poem about family, about the importance of family. I don't know if you can all read that. If not, I will read it to you and for you. But I want you to think, as we read Rosalie's wisdom, about your chavurah and whether this really applies. It says, a family is a tree of life with branches of different strengths where each nourishes the other. A family is where character is formed and values are learned. A family is where all members contribute, share, cooperate, and accept their responsibilities. A family is where holidays are celebrated, special events are happy occasions, and memories of loved ones are not forgotten. A family is where each can find comfort and understanding in times of sadness, happiness, and laughter in times of joy, kindness, and encouragement in daily living. A chavurah, a family, is where true love can be found. Rosalie was about family, and I would argue to you tonight, our synagogue is about family. Thank you so much. The next thing that Rosalie, I think, describes who she was, she laughed every single day of her life. Laughter was central to who she was as a human being. And she was very fond of these things. Let's go to the next screen. I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, but thank you so much. There's audience participation, apparently. But I needed the help, so thank you very much. I read these, and I was laughing out loud, and I probably do it again. Let me read them to you. These are just 9 of the dozens she has on her webpage, rosalierothblatt.com. Where there's a will, I want to be in it. The last thing I want to do is hurt you, but it's still on my list. Since light travels faster than sound, some people appear bright until you hear them speak. If I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong. War doesn't determine who's right, only who is left. I didn't say it was your fault. I said I was blaming you. The front row loves it. In filling out an application where it says, in case of emergency, notify, I answered, a doctor. You don't need a parachute to skydive. You only need a parachute to skydive twice. Going to temple doesn't make you a Jew any more than sitting in a garage makes you a car. She laughed every single day, and I hope whenever you come into this synagogue, even if you're in a state of mourning, there'll be something that will make you smile. We want people to feel better when they leave than when they walked in. And the last thing to define Rosalie's life is she is what I would call a game changer. She believed that one person could change the world. And she created Tu B'Shvat Seders, Passover Seders, and she prepared a Thanksgiving booklet. Let's go to the next slide. And she wrote President and Mrs. Bush in 2003 the following letter. Dear President and Mrs. Bush, if you ever get to read this and the enclosure, I hope it will brighten your day and perhaps make the problems of the world which daily weigh so heavily upon your shoulders seem a little lighter. May you continue to lead our great country in the very best of health and with your wisdom and courageous spirit. I was thinking about the possibility of the White House publishing a Thanksgiving booklet similar to mine and distribute it to each household in the United States. If you could do it with a COVID test, why can't you do it with a Thanksgiving booklet? What a patriotic, inspirational, and meaningful experience it would be. Everyone would be reading the same message of Thanksgiving on the same day, sharing, remembering our history, and being thankful for our great country and many blessings. Am I a dreamer? Or could this become a reality? May you and your family enjoy a peaceful and happy and bountiful Thanksgiving holiday with my very best wishes, Mrs. Rosalie Rothblatt. She believed it. She believed it. Now, it didn't actually happen, did it, Janet? It didn't actually happen. President Bush didn't publish the booklet, but it's still a consideration. I love the idea of never think for a second that one person can't change the world, because they can. Rosalie believed it to her core. I invite you on her behalf to believe it as well. If you want to learn more about Rosalie, go to the next slide. RosalieRothblatt.com. I can send you the website if you'd like. It is worth reading. It is worth learning and growing. May she rest in peace, and let us celebrate her each and every day. And let us say, Amen. With no further ado, we're going to listen to Alana sing a beautiful song, Ahavat Olam, which speaks of God's great love for all of us. And that is the reason God decided to give us the Torah.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemarta. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח